Hey guys, welcome in this video. I hope that all of you are doing great. So guys, this is probably one of the most important video that I've ever recorded when it comes to trading. All right, I'm about to share with you guys something that could totally change everything for you and that could help you to reach the next level in your trading. So you want to make sure that you stick until the end of the video because I'm telling you, it can make a massive difference. All right, so I'm really excited to get into this video. So just before that we start, as always guys, feel free to drop a like. I'm telling you, you will learn something valuable, so that would just be really nice of you to do this, and it would help me grow the channel even more. And make sure as well that you are subscribed if it's not already done. So what I'm about to share with you guys today is the biggest myth that most people believe when it comes to trading, and that is being shared around on social medias. All right, and so what I'm talking about here is the idea that a lot of people tell you that you should trade how you want to trade. You should trade how you like it, or how it fits with your personality, right? All of these nice quotes, all right, they all mean the same thing, and they all share the same idea that you can essentially go about it however you like it, and that it's going to work, right? And that, my friend, is the biggest lie that you've been told when it comes to trading. So let me explain you guys why. Let me share with you another example actually, and you will see how important it is, right? I'm telling you guys, if you really understand this idea, it can change everything, right? So let's think of a doctor, for example, right? Let's say that you wake up in the morning and you're not feeling very well inside of you, right? There's something wrong. So you go to the doctor, right? So let's say that you get there, you enter the office, right? The doctor starts its checkups, right? He starts to, look at different things, right? And let's say that you are curious, right? And you just ask, the doctor, what are you doing? And what if he says, oh, I don't know, right? I'm just feeling like checking up, your throat today. So this is what I'll do, and we'll see what happens, right? Then you'll be like, why does he sound like he just does what he wants to do, right? Why doesn't he follow a strict process to make sure that everything is aligned, right? And so if the doctor really goes about it that way, well, you will leave the office, right, feeling even worse than when you came in. And is it going to solve your problem? Probably not, because the doctor did not do its job. So think about this situation and apply it to anything else, right? What if it's a doctor, like someone that works, in anything, right? Like, it doesn't matter. Take any industry and just think of what would happen if everyone would do their job how they feel like doing it instead of actually how it should be done, right? The world would not work. Like, there would be no planet Earth anymore. All right, like the world would already be gone, because it just doesn't make sense, guys. You cannot do a profession how you want to do it, right? Or how it fits you. You have to do it the way that it works. Well, it's the same thing when it comes to trading, guys. You cannot trade just how you want to trade or how nice it makes you feel. It doesn't matter, right? Like, the way that you perceive your trading, of how cool is it or whatever, it just doesn't matter, guys. The only thing that matters when it comes to trading is that you get good results, right? The only thing that matters in trading is that you make money. That's the goal of the game, right? If we had a scoreboard, right, the way to keep up with the score is to make money. That's the game of trading, right? And so in order to achieve this goal, well, there is a very strict and a very precise process on how you need to go about it to generate high quality trade ideas that really make sense, and that if you do this over the long term, that is how you will get consistent results. All right, but it's not about how you like it, right? It's about what makes money, right? Because what you like at the end of the day really does not matter, right? The only thing that matters, as I said, is having a system that has been proven to work and that makes money over the long term, right? So you cannot trade how you want to trade, right? Or that's something that fits your personality, right? Because if what fits your personality is not what actually makes money, right? If what fits you is nothing to how a real and professional trader trades, right? Well, it's not going to work, guys. It doesn't matter how much you like it or not. If it's not the right approach, if your system is, not logical, right? And if it's not proven to work, well, you will not get the results that you want, right? And so essentially, now that we understand this, the next step of this process here is to understand, okay, well, who makes money, right? Who makes money on the markets? Well, let me ask you guys this question, right? Do you know who actually makes big money on the markets, right? Well, let me tell you guys the answer right now. The answer is simply the investment banks and the hedge funds, all right? These big firms make most of the profit on the market. And then you have all the retail traders, so you and I at home, right? Where we have about 90% of people who actually lose money and they don't have any results, right? And so all of these people who lose money, essentially this money is transferred into the pockets of people who know what they're doing and who make a lot of money on the markets, right? And so once we understand this, and once we understand that trading is a zero-sum game, so there is no money being created, it's just a transfer of money, well, all of a sudden, this will push you to understand that, okay, if I want to make money, if I want to be on the right side of the market, I need to trade like hedge funds. I need to trade like investment banks, right? And that is exactly what I explain in our coaching program, right? I literally take every single member that we have step by step into how to develop their portfolio and eventually trade and look at the markets like hedge funds. And that's the reason why we have such a high success rate in our mentorship program, because it's not about how you want to trade, right? It's not about what you would like to do. It's about knowing how it works for real, knowing what actually makes money, and then applying it, right? So this single idea, right? Once people join our program and I explain them this, they're like, oh, okay, yeah, I really need to follow a strict process, right? I cannot just go about it how I feel like it and expect to have good results. It just doesn't make any sense. That's not how it works for any industry. And it's the same thing for trading, right? So once we understand that hedge funds and investment banks make most of the money on the market, well, all of a sudden you understand that you need to go from being an average retail trader to actually working and trading like a hedge fund. So you need to take every aspect in your trading and make the switch to portfolio management and to actually operate like these big firms. And that, guys, is the only way possible to actually become successful in trading. It doesn't mean that, you know, it would be impossible to succeed over the short term with another approach, but over the medium to long term, if you look at people who make money, it's always the big investment banks and the hedge funds, right? These are the big winners. They've been the big winners for decades, and it will always be like that simply because their process and how they trade is actually what works, is actually what makes sense, right? And so it's nothing crazy. It's all about looking at fundamentals for the direction of the market and looking at technicals for the timing, and then applying risk management. Now, this is just the simple structure, right? I've talked about this structure many times. Now, the big question is how to do all of these different steps, and this is exactly what you need to learn. But essentially, guys, what I want you to do after this video is look at your trading and objectively ask yourself the question, am I operating like these big firms? And the answer for 99% of you guys will probably be no, okay? And so once you get to this realization, so if you don't trade like these big firms and if you don't have the results that you want, well, there you go, right? You have the reason why, and now you know what you have to do, which is adjust your trading for it to be as close as possible to how these big firms operate. And I'm telling you guys, it can change everything. So forget about what you like, forget about what you would like to do on the markets, right? And what fits your personality, and instead look at what actually makes money, which is the goal, and do this, right? There is a very precise process that every single professional trader follows to generate their trade idea, and this is exactly what you have to do as well if you want to get good results. All right, so I hope that this message really finds you. I hope that you will not forget about this video, because I'm telling you guys, I see so many people in the industry still believing that they can trade how they want and that they can eventually get amazing results from doing this, right? But if you really take a second to just think about that and think about all the other industries on the planet, well, you will see that it just doesn't make sense. There is not a single professional in anything that actually follows this idea, right? In all industry, there are processes, there are systems that you need to follow if you want to get good results. It's exactly the same thing in trading. So I hope that this video helps you guys. I hope that you got something out of it. If you did, feel free to drop a like. As I said, you can share the video around. And on that, take care, trade with care, manage your money well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.